So the very first mock I gave was with Success Tree, and it was back in November. And at that time, so my weakness was lack of knowledge. Also was first weakness. I was not very well prepared. And second thing was, sir, conciseness and brevity was lacking in my answer. And the third thing was my facial expression, sir. So particularly, I worked on my facial expression, sir, because it was pointed out that I had a lot many expression which was uncalled for, so I have worked on it.
Okay. So since November last year, there are many things which have happened, specifically with respect to the recent presidential elections. So can you tell me about the presidential election? What kind of personality our new president has, and about his ethnic background also?
Yes, sir. Sir, our president-elect, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, who has been elected as the 15th president, sir. Sir, she has a very vibrant personality, coming from a very underprivileged socio-economic background, and occupying the highest office of the nation is not easy, and she has achieved it through her hard work and dedication, sir. So she was a teacher, and post that, sir, her most successful instinct was as a governor of Jharkhand, where she was pioneer. Even she worked for tribal community. And sir, coming to the second question about her ethnic background, sir. So she belongs to the Mayurbhanj district of Odisha, and she comes from the Santhal tribe community, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me more about Santhal community?
Sir, Santhal community belongs to Odisha, sir, and they also had a role in our fight for freedom, sir. So they were Santhal community. They had a tribal upheaval, and it led to at that time it was a upheaval which led to even the British government of that time, they gave us tough fight, sir. Sir, I believe that my knowledge on the Santhal community is restricted to this point, sir.
Okay. Anushree, regarding our new president, uh, president-elect, if I say in that way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, when she was a governor of Odisha, so she was also considered to be a governor with difference. What does that mean?
So may I? So she was governor of Jharkhand, sir, I believe.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, why she is called a governor with difference?
Yes, sir. Sir, as far as I have read and as far as my knowledge goes, sir, she was called a governor with difference, sir, because she had a very powerful stand even as a governor, sir, which is normally believed to be a ceremonial head of a state. But she took steps like there was a bill at that time in Orissa, which would have caused problem for the tribal community, and she returned the bill to the Jharkhand legislature, and she did not approve that bill. So like that, she took a very few firm steps for the tribal community upliftment, sir. So I believe, sir, this is one of the reasons she is termed as a governor with a difference.
What kind of powers a president has, which otherwise we do not see with respect to parliament?
Okay, sir.
You got my question? I'm specifically asking the difference between the powers of a president in context to the powers of a parliament and the specific differences.
Yes, sir. Sir, in our nation, the office of president has been invased as a ceremonial officer. But having said that, sir, president has been given some few powers, which is exemplary, sir. Sir, first and foremost, the power of clemency power for president, that is pardoning power of president, sir. That president can pardon in the case when there is a death sentence, and second thing, he can also pardon in court martial orders, sir. So this is one power which is given to president. Nevertheless, sir, this power is exercised on the recommendation of council of minister. It is not a discretionary power, sir.
I'm specifically asking about the discretionary powers because ultimately it's coming from the government or the parliament. So
Yes, sir.
what is that specific difference?
Sir, So discretionary powers, so there are very few discretionary powers for president especially. So
Do
one,
do president has some discretionary powers with respect to tribals also?
yes, sir, fifth and sixth schedule, sir, and regarding the union territories, sir.
Okay. So what kind of a discretion they have?
Sir, any of the parliamentary laws, sir, if the parliamentary law has been envisaged for union territory, president has that power that he can command that this particular law will not apply to the union territory, sir. So this is one thing. And sir, second thing is coming to fifth schedule, sir, president has a similar power. Sir, also president is the one who demarcates that this is the scheduled area under fifth schedule. These are the powers given to the president, sir. And also, sir, coming to minority, so that religious minority also, it is something which president can identify and declare, sir.
See, Anushree, you mentioned that this position is also about kind of a ceremonial position. So,
Yes, sir.
don't you think instead of working on the women upliftment of empowerment, specifically when the reports like global gender gap report, when they are highlighting that India's or specifically women's workforce participation is too low, instead of working on those dimensions, government is just presenting these kind of gimmick to please the population or to present the India in a brighter light. Don't you think it's a wrong approach of the government of India?
Sir, may I ask that is this specific to our current president elect, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, you mentioned it very rightly that coming to global gender gap index, it is very disheartening. We see our rank on the World Economic Forum Global Gender Gap Index, which is 135, sir. Sir, having said that, sir, coming to the president-elect, sir, yes, it is a ceremonial position, sir, but still president has power. And coming to Draupadi Murmu, as I mentioned in my honorable president-elect, I mentioned in my previous answer, she was having, she showed a substantial and exemplary position as a governor of Jharkhand, sir. So we can expect and we can hope that she will be having that exemplary power even as a president, and she will be maintaining that, and she will work for the upliftment not only tribal but also for women empowerment, sir. And she will safeguard and she will perform her duty of safeguarding the democracy, sir.
Okay, so if I put the similar question with respect to your profile, if you have been appointed to let's say Odisha or Jharkhand for the role of an enforcement officer, as a woman, what you can add to this profile, or how you will be your you being a woman will be an asset for the organization.
Yes, sir.
That is specifically with respect to the gender. Okay, so give your answer with respect to the gender profile.
Sir, as a women enforcement officer, sir, I believe that sorry, sir, there is some disturbance. Sir, as a women enforcement officer, I believe that I can bring I can bring the changes to the region I am allotted to, sir. So first and foremost, I believe that irrespective of the gender, anyone can be compassionate and empathetic, sir. But I also believe that woman has that intrinsic power of being compassionate, sir. So whenever dealing with the underprivileged section, like EPFO caters to employees having 15,000 and less of income, I can be more empathetic and compassionate to their problem. I would listen to them more keenly. And also, sir, when dealing with my subordinates as well as my senior, I'll have this. I'll bring this gender specific virtues which I have, and that also includes patience. So I believe I am a patient person, and so I can bring that forward, sir. So I feel that with these virtues, I can bring changes, sir.
Hello, Anushree.
Yes, hello, ma'am.
You just said being a woman, you'll bring such and such virtues and role to the organization you're working with. So, do you think your gender actually impacts how you will work in the organization, or the post for which you have applied for is a gender neutral post?
Ma'am, I feel any of the jobs in the world, it is gender neutral, and if at all it has been made gender specific, it is a social construct, ma'am. I feel any of the work is gender neutral.
Then why is there such a debate going on in the world about care economy?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, historically, female labor force participation has been very high compared to male in care economy, and
Right.
there has been many reasons behind that, ma'am. Like the patriarchal structure of the society, the well-defined gender roles which was assigned, and these are the few reasons, ma'am. Having said that, ma'am, I would say that it is gradually changing. I also accept the pace at which it is changing is not satisfactory, but I am optimistic that this is changing. And even in care economy, ma'am, there has been examples where even service sector, like if you say even air hostesses and many other such thing, even it is becoming more and more gender neutral, ma'am.
So you're saying on the one hand, you're saying that you'll bring compassion, patience because you're a woman to the job, and on the other hand, you're saying the job is gender neutral. And both the statements contradictory in themselves.
Ma'am, in the very beginning of my answer, I said that I don't feel gender play much role here. But if I have to bring some points, like what can I add as a woman? So, ma'am, in that perspective, said that I feel that women intrinsically they are little more compassionate. Again, having said that, I would say it depends on individual, but I feel that compassion, patience, and that sense of attachment, empathy is one thing which can make women to come out in flying color in roles, especially as enforcement officer.
Isn't compassion seen as weakness usually?
Ma'am, I beg to differ on that, ma'am. A person can be strong and compassionate at the same time. I feel that even Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, it is one of her famous quotes that I am compassionate and strong at the same time.
Fair enough. Anushree, from your DAF, I can see you come from Bihar,
Yes, ma'am.
basically, and you're currently living in Mumbai.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's the debate forever, son of soil doctrine. Both the states have been in love and hate relationship for a while now. So the migration, the reverse migration, the prosecution, what do you have to say about that?
Yes, ma'am. You are correct, ma'am, that there has been a love and hate relationship between the people coming from Bihar, especially migrants and Mumbaikars. But ma'am, I would, sorry ma'am, to use the term Mumbaikars, actually I feel that to much of the extent, it is something politicized, ma'am, because for 3 years I have been working in Mumbai, and I never felt that there is actually this kind of feelings in the people living there, ma'am. So having said that, yes, when the resources are limited, so even the local people, they want the jobs and resources for themselves, so such resentment can come. But slowly, ma'am, things are changing for the positive. We saw reverse migration during COVID, and even Biharis in service sector and good paid jobs are also increasing. So the respect for them is increasing.
Right. And you've mentioned in your hobbies that they are public speaking and extempore. So what is your strong suit you feel? What is your favorite topic in extempore?
Ma'am, extempore is something like, ma'am, it's impromptu. We are given a topic just 2 to 3 minutes in prior, and we have to speak on that. So
There must be some topic that you particularly love to discuss about.
ma'am, can I have just few seconds to
Yes,
gather myself?
yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I would love to talk about women empowerment, ma'am.
Okay, tell me what is your definition of feminism?
Okay, ma'am. Sir, sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, in my very personal opinion, ma'am, feminism is a philosophy irrespective of gender, which sees women in equal role with men. It does not mean that women are superior to men or they want to achieve more. It just want to assure that there should be an equal opportunity in all the spheres, and women should get an equal voice. And the whole struggle of finding that voice is the process that is women empowerment, ma'am.
What is the basic difference between white feminism, brown feminism, and black feminism?
Ma'am, I have not read it, but if with your permission, I would like to take a guess.
Please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I think this distinction would have made on the complexion, ma'am. So like white feminism, if ma'am, I'm not very sure about it.
Please go ahead.
All right,
So-
no, just leave that part. Anushree, let's talk about the other aspects.
Yes, sir.
You are graduate in?
Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture, sir. That is my graduation.
Okay. So tell me any recent development with respect to the agriculture in these 3 years, 3 months specifically.
Any recent
With respect to
happening?
technology, with respect to the agriculture technology in these 3 months.
Sir, can you please, pardon, sir, can you repeat yourself, sir?
I specifically want you to elaborate on any 3 technologies with
Okay.
respect to the agriculture, which has been very impactful at the national level.
Sir, agricultural technology, first one, sir, I would like to say about, sir, drones, sir. It is also being supported and promoted by our government of the day as drone as a service and drone Shakti program. Second thing, sir, I would say that precision agriculture, which particularly uses remote sensing and IoT and artificial intelligence, that is a second development which is going on in agriculture. And third thing in technology, sir, I would say the development of apps which ensures that forward linkages in agriculture. So these 3 technologies are there, sir, which is, I feel that it is progressive.
These are always they are all around for a while. I'm specifically asking about the recent development that is in the bracket of 3 months. You are aware about any of these developments?
Recent technology in last 3 months.
Okay. Hello, Anushree.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes. So you graduated in Bachelor of Science in Agriculture.
Yes, sir.
So what are the provisions for social security for the people engaged in agriculture?
Yes, sir. Sir, people engaged in agriculture comprises both farmers who owns land and also landless laborers, cultivators, and tenant farmers also. So coming to the farmers, sir, there are social security. First and foremost is PM Kisan, which is the income support. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana, and which is for the pension. And sir, then coming to landless laborers, sir, for them we have Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana, which is also for pension. Sir, apart from these are, sir, something specific to agriculture for farmers, sir. Sir, should it also include like crop insurance and all?
Yes, you may.
Sir, this is inclusive of the social security of a farmer. Sir, coming to the crop insurance, we have Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and it is for the crop. And also we have a credit which ensures not only their crop welfare, but also the Kisan credit card. It ensures credit for their personal works also, sir. So these are some of the benefits which is provided to farmers.
Why, according to you, as agriculture in India could not get much benefit from the liberalization of 1990s?
So to start with, agriculture comes under unorganized sector, sir. It is the largest employer. And sir, liberalization, LPG reforms, its major emphasis at that point of time, I would say, was industries, sir. So this is first and foremost reason. Second thing which I can think of, sir, agriculture could not be developed as an industry despite government effort, is that our land holding is just 1.09 hectare, which is very less So any of kind of mechanization or any other things which needs economies of scale was very, very difficult, sir. So it made the whole process very slow and it was not feasible. And third thing is, sir, our farmers, where 86% of farmers are small and marginal. So they have been skeptical towards anything new and any technology. So awareness was lacking, sir. So
Talking
these
about,
are some of
have
the,
you heard about Nano Urea?
yes, sir, I have heard about Nano Urea.
What is it?
So Nano Urea is the latest technology which is developed by EPFO, sir. So it normally the urea, normally the granular urea, it is used for blanket application, but nano urea would be used for foliar application, sir. So it reduces the uses of urea per unit acre, and also its efficacy increases, sir. So this is a very progressive steps towards not only reducing the uses of urea, but also it will cut on the subsidies, which is very high for urea, sir.
Okay. Have you taken UPSC civil services examination before?
No, sir, I have not. I did my graduation, then post-graduation, sir, and I'm working from 3 years. So I never got a chance for preparing for civil services.
Okay, so your tab does not mention your workplace.
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Sir, I work with Rallis India Limited, sir. It is a pioneer in pesticides companies in India, sir. It's a Tata enterprise.
And you have a postgraduate diploma in management.
Yes, sir. Agriculture, postgraduate diploma in management agriculture, sir.
Management agriculture. From which institute?
Sir, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, National Academy of Agriculture Research and Management. It is situated at Hyderabad, sir.
What are the functions of Indian Council of Agriculture Research, or ICAR?
Yes, sir. Sir, ICAR is the pioneer institution for agricultural education and research in our country, sir. Sir, it is an autonomous body under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. There are three main functions when we talk about ICAR, that is education, agricultural education, agriculture research, and extension, sir. Sir, it administers not only state agricultural colleges and university, but also Krishi Vigyan Kendras.
Anushree, as you told us that you have worked with Tata, the venture of Tata, and it particularly is in the field of pesticides. So, can you tell me a couple of plants, IFCO plants, that are where they are situated?
Ma'am, the recent one that IFCO's plan for Nano Urea, ma'am, it is situated in Gujarat.
Okay.
It is situated in Gujarat, and about other plants, ma'am, I'm unable to recall.
Somewhere in
Right.
Panipat?
Haryana, there are many plants, ma'am, but the specific district I have to read more about it, ma'am.
Okay. And you have done your graduation from Acharya N.G. Ranga Agriculture University, Hyderabad.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Hyderabad and Sikandrabad are two sister cities. So they are separated by a particular lake. Can you name that lake?
Just Hussain Sagar Lake, ma'am.
Sen Sagar or Nizam Sagar?
Hussain Sagar, ma'am.
Okay. So can you give us a couple of minutes? Please stay with us. We'll come back with the feedback.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just be there, Anushree. Don't disconnect the call.
Okay, sir.
Anushree, are we audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have taken a lot of interviews and yours went really well. The best thing we loved about you was your confidence. You're very confident and you have a very pleasing personality. So it's a plus,
Thank you, ma'am.
right?
Ma'am,
And
it wasn't like that, ma'am. Sir would know. It
see,
was a
but
lot
that
of
is the thing. We earlier you were given feedback and you worked upon it. So even we would count it as our win that we were able to help you out. So
Yes, ma'am.
we
Yes,
are
ma'am.
very happy to see the progress.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so there are a couple of things that we would
Yes,
like to tell you. See, grilling you was our basic intention because we want to help you.
Yes,
The more
ma'am.
you sweat in the field, the less you bleed in the battle. So
Yes,
that was the go. Okay, so your current affairs part, see, you have to understand when any question is being asked, you have to first properly hear the question. Sir asked you a couple of things about president, so you have to like read in between the lines what they're trying to ask. If he didn't mention discretionary pass, you had to understand that he was asking about the same. And if you have any doubts, you can always ask, is this sir what you were asking about, right? So वो आप कर सकते हैं. The second problem that we noticed was of eye contact. I get it, it was screen, but when you were answering, you were looking sometimes on the roof, right? So that must be controlled because that comes out as being uninterested.
Ma'am, actually, I gave one or two offline mocks, so this problem was not there that time.
Okay, so see, we're just here to help you. We are giving you
Yes, ma'am.
suggestions. It is always better to know so that you don't repeat them in your interview. When is your interview due?
It is next Thursday, 28th. Means
Oh.
coming Thursday.
Okay, so you have a good amount of time. You can always reflect on the feedback we are giving, right? And you're confident,
yes, ma'am.
but your pitch is a bit high. So you have to control
Is
your
that
voice.
so?
That might come
Okay.
out as arrogant. You're not arrogant, we know that. But to the panel, because we have taken your interview, this is the third time, so we know about you. But you have to control your pitch a bit, right? And regarding current affairs, thoda sa you need to brush them up because there were a couple of lags that we noticed. Rest, from my side, I felt your interview went fine, and I think you're going to do wonders even in the interview in EPFO.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Anushree, देखो specifically आपको why I asked ma'am to give you the feedback because I have given you feedback twice, है ना? So I guess we both know कि we have improved a lot on that. So that's a good part. हमने काफी कुछ सीख लिया है. आप बता रहे थे आपने ऑफलाइन इंटरव्यूज भी दिए, कहाँ पर दिए इंटरव्यू ऑफलाइन?
एक तो मुंबई में दिया सर और 2 स्केड्यूल्ड है, कल है एक परसों है. कल है वो अजब एकेडमी में है और परसों यथार्थ IAS में है.
अच्छा, आपने लास्ट मोमेंट पे क्यों शेड्यूल करवाया इंटरव्यू? शुड हैव गिवन देम अर्लियर.
सर वो दिल्ली इतनी पहले आना नहीं हुआ ना, तो कल ही मैं आई हूँ इसलिए.
अच्छा, अभी दिल्ली आ गए हैं आप?
हाँ.
ओके, ठीक है, चलो अब आपने शेड्यूल किया तो यू शुड गिव देम, बट अदरवाइज मैं रिकमेंड नहीं करता कि लास्ट वीक में आप इंटरव्यू देखने बैठो, ठीक है? बिकॉज फिर हम एग्जाम जब इंटरव्यू फाइनल देंगे तो फिर डबल माइंड रहेंगे कि इस पैनल ने ये बोला था और इन्होंने ये बोला तो हमने क्या अप्रोच किया, ठीक है? सो कोई बात नहीं, अब तो आप दो बट बी वेरी क्लियर कि अप्रोच क्या लेके जाना है इंटरव्यू में, ठीक है? वहाँ पे डबल माइंड नहीं बना. हमारी तैयारी अच्छी है. रिटर्न स्कोर कितना है आपका?
रिटर्न स्कोर तो वेरी कर रहा है सर. सक्सेस ट्री वाले की से किया था तो काफी ज्यादा था, बट उसके बाद एक दो यूट्यूब चैनल से देखा तो ऑलमोस्ट 10 मार्क्स का डिफरेंस आ रहा था, तो पता नहीं क्या फॉलो करना है.
अच्छा, नहीं वो दैट इज नॉट एन इशू. कितना स्कोर क्या रहा आप? अगर एवरेज पूछूं कितना आ रहा है?
एवरेज अगर तो आई थिंक सर अराउंड 210 एवरेज, सो प्लस माइनस कुछ.
हाँ, सो दैट्स अ गुड स्कोर. बस अब हमें इंटरव्यू में अच्छा करना है, ठीक है? सो अब क्या किया है, जो मैम ने आपको बताया बस उन्हीं चीजों पे काम करना है. कुछ क्वेश्चन सर ने पूछे तो उसका उतना क्लियर आंसर नहीं है, वेदर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू माइक्रो यूरिया और सिमिलर, ठीक है? एक क्वेश्चन सिमिलर इसमें मैंने पूछा, तो थोड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी पे देख लो इस 1-2 महीने में क्या क्या टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट्स हुए हैं एग्रीकल्चर के फील्ड में या फिर फर्टिलाइजर्स के फील्ड में, बिकॉज ये वैसे काफी प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चन है जो आपसे पूछे जा सकते हैं, ठीक है? इस पे हमने थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है, ठीक है? बट all the other aspect, whether it is with respect to employment in agriculture, government schemes. तो ये सारे aspect थोड़े देखने, because it's a very probable question which may be asked from you. बाकी culture aspect में हम already पूछ चुके हैं आपसे. आज मैम ने भी आपसे सन ऑफ सॉइल के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में पूछा, तो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड आंसर क्वेश्चन, एंड यू गेव अ क्वाइट अ गुड आंसर आल्सो. ठीक है. एंड बाकी मधुमनी वगैरह के रिगार्डिंग हम ऑलरेडी लास्ट टाइम पूछ चुके हैं, दैट वाज वेल प्रिपेयर्ड. So in that way, basically we are very well prepared for the exam now, for the interview now. बस इंटरव्यू पे काम करना है. और एक चीज जो मैंने पिच के रिगार्डिंग हाईलाइट किया है, क्या ये ऑफलाइन में भी अभी किसी ने हाईलाइट किया गया?
नहीं सर.
आई गेस शायद ये हमारा माइक्रोफोन की वजह से भी हो सकता है.
हो सकता है, ये काफी पास है तो ऐसा लग रहा होगा.
सो बट
वहाँ तो डिस्टेंस भी बहुत है उनसे.
हाँ चलिए. This is all we have to contribute here. If you have any question, you can ask.
Sir, nano urea, what could be added? Like क्या उसमें और ऐड कर सकते थे सर?
एक बार रीड करो. एक बार रीड
उसमें
करो.
आप साइंस से रिलेटेड कुछ बताइए कि कैसे वर्क करता है, क्या साइज है पार्टिकल्स का, एंड हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम कन्वेंशनल यूरिया.
आपसे टेक्निकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेक्ट करेगा पैनल. ठीक है. नॉट अ जनरल आइडिया, बिकॉज यू हैव अ डिग्री इन दैट.
Yes sir.
She's working right now with data in the pesticides. So.
अच्छा, एक काम करना अनुश्री, जब आपका इंट्रोडक्शन दोगे ना, so if they ask for your introduction or if you get the opportunity, तो अपना work experience भी mention करना, it will go in your favor.
Intro तो generally they are not asking, but yes they are asking that what are you doing since your graduation. This question they are asking.
Opportunity मिलते ही you should mention about it, because that में नहीं है, so we should highlight it. ठीक है?
Yes sir.
और कोई question?
Sir, actually, I had a convocation for this PGTM recently, so I got a gold medal in that, sir. So will it be good to mention it somewhere?
If you get the opportunity, you should mention. Basically, it will help you to cover your gap years. ठीक है, तो हमें mention करना चाहिए. And but क्या बोलोगे, कैसे present करोगे? That is.
वही gap तो I don't have, so like मैंने BSc की, फिर PGDM में क्या लगा था, फिर 3 साल से जॉब है तो. But if they ask about strength and weakness, can I mention it anywhere, or will it come out as arrogant if I mention?
नहीं, when they ask about your weakness and strength, they are basically asking with respect to your personality, ठीक है, और aptitude. So it is not about the qualification or degree you have, but जब you need to give answer with context to your personality और specifically अगर strength के regarding पूछ रहे हैं, so as an example you can refer this also. ठीक है, that you've been able to manage your studies and degree also, or this is certification course or what?
So this is 2-year full residential MBA, sir, normal MBA.
अच्छा, so you should mention that कि भाई studies के साथ भी मैंने अच्छे से manage किया and I got a gold medal in that. ठीक है, it's a good thing. Basically you are trying to upsell yourself, ना? So whenever you get the opportunity, you should mention it. ठीक है?
Okay sir.
All right. I hope this interview session also helped. है ना?
Yes sir. So this is third interview set stream, and right from the art, sir, we have been following. So everything has helped.
And you also prepared with the UP with the success rate itself. UPSC की जो preparation, UPSC EPFO की जो preparation है, उनमें success rate के साथ ही की है. और
ये इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशन के जो लॉज वगैरह थे, खासकर जो फैक्ट्री एक्ट और उसके जो पीडीएफ थे सक्सेस ट्री के, तो उससे काफी अकाउंट्स तो मैंने बस रेफर किया था, बट इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशन और सोशल सिक्योरिटी के पीडीएफ वहीं से पढ़े थे.
पीडीएफ से कवर अप कर लिया. दैट्स वेरी नाइस. तो फिर अब छोटा सा काम हमने भी करना है सक्सेस ट्री के लिए. As you know, we haven't charged anything for all these facilities or all this support. So अब जब आपका इंटरव्यू हो जाएगा ना, so we want you to provide us a transcript कि आपसे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे थे और आपने क्या आंसर कर देंगे.
Sure sir.
For the other student, not for this batch, but
next
year or otherwise. ठीक है, हो जाएगा.
Sure sir, sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Anushree.
Thank you sir. Thank you sir. Thank you sir. Thank you ma'am.